Greetings and welcome back to the Osha Cerese Show. I am your host, Osha Cerese, and this is where culture meets coaching, where healing meets headlines, and where we utilize alchemy to transmute gossip into growth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, you need to go ahead and do that now. You already know what to do. If you are watching this from any other platform other than YouTube, message. Come on over here to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. And also turn on your notifications because this is a pop-up show. This is a weeknight, late night pop-up show. You never know when I'm going to pop up. So go ahead and turn your notifications on as well. I see some of my people are already in the building. Greetings to you, Commander Alpha Turkey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep that up for a minute. So again, y'all, I'm Osha Cerese, certified life coach, experience curator, and dream doula, supporting you on birthing your dreams into reality. And we're going to make a toast. This is a passion fruit punch, drink of the evening, passion fruit punch. We're going to make a toast to life, happiness, joy, great health, abundance, bliss, love, and a great episode 58. Cheers. Y'all know I got to get my gulp on when it's good and cold. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up. It's been very busy. Y'all be giving me grace. I sometimes beat myself up about things because I've set the intention to be here every weeknight, but things have just been busy, y'all. So forgive me for not coming last Thursday and Friday. I was supposed to have a surprise show for y'all on Saturday that didn't end up happening to make up for Thursday and Friday, but it didn't happen, but it's all good. We're here today. Everything is well. All is well. I'm going to give y'all a little weekend recap in a minute. But what am I looking for? My notes. Okay, so first, y'all know it's National Stress Awareness Month. Oh, my hair is in clips. Let me just address the elephant in the room because I have a wedding to attend this weekend. My best friend is getting married and I'm in the wedding, so I needed a retwist. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to style this hair because I have a lot of hair and it needs to be up. So that's what's going on here. So don't mind the clips. But it's National Stress Awareness Month. And today I wanted to talk about rest. We may have talked about it already this month, but I think it needs to be talked about some more because we as a people overall don't get enough rest. Everything is get up and go, hustle and bustle, grind mode, just you sleep when you die, all of these different things that go against nature. I believe we have talked about rest already this month, possibly, because I was talking about how even in nature with the seasons, during wintertime, everything rests. It goes into hibernation mode. But I just wanted to give a little bit more insight into why rest is so important. And, more rest, less stress. More rest, less hustle. We're constantly on the go. A lot of people are either working 9-to-5s, working multiple jobs, running businesses on the side, or they're a full-time entrepreneur, which I know personally is a full-time, more than even a full-time job. It literally becomes your life because it's 24 hours. Especially if you're a solopreneur, you got so many things to handle. That's why I've been handling things all day. And people glorify exhaustion and sleep when you die. Sleep is for suckers. Shout out to David Shands, Sleep is for Suckers brand. That's your brand. No shade to you, but um, I must be a sucker because I needs my rest back. Uh, but people skip meals. People glorify and brag about these 60 and 80 and however many plus hour work weeks, not taking a day off, never taking vacations, just all of these things that are so counterproductive to our needs and our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. We need rest, y'all. We need, rest helps to regulate our nervous system. So, um, rest lowers your cortisol levels. So, just by taking a nap, getting some sleep, getting enough adequate rest, you are lowering your cortisol levels, shifting your body out of that fight or flight mode. And cortisol can create so many different things in our bodies, including puffier faces, rounder bellies, holding on to body fat, all of those things that sometimes we are trying to figure out why we can't shed certain things. And it's because our body is reacting to stress. Um, it definitely strengthens your immune system. So not getting enough rest makes you more susceptible to getting sick. Um, and it doesn't allow your body to heal and replenish and just to nourish itself, nurture itself. It also improves focus, clarity, and creativity. When you're having those creativity blocks, when you can't pay attention, when you can't focus on things, when you're off balance, it might just be because you're tired. It might just be because you are tired. Being burnt out does not equate success when it comes to creativity. And many people who are entrepreneurs who are also creatives, like especially if your business is a creative business, you're going to often be burnt out because you're constantly pouring out and pouring into your art, into your vision, into your baby. And then when you're burnt out, what happens to your business? Especially if it's depending solely on you. Um, you have to be able to regulate your nervous system, get the rest, balance your time and all of that in order to be successful in life and in your business. And then it also improves emotional regulation. We often talk about emotional intelligence. That is a big portion of emotional intelligence, emotional regulation, being able to respond instead of react. So being able to have more control over the way you interact with people, the way you manage and express your emotions. Because I know one thing, I don't know about y'all, but when I'm tired, I'm also highly irritable and cranky. So the things that I normally would maybe um, process, or the ways that I would normally express myself, is kind of like out the window because I'm about to snap on you, or I'm about to hurt your feelings because I'm in a snappy, irritable, grumpy, cranky mood. So get your rest. And then, of course, it also teaches your body safety. Getting rest teaches our body safety, which is what most people are needing and seeking, that feeling of safety and within your own body. Um, I talk about this. I've talked about it before, but the root chakra governs safety. That is your base chakra. That is where you need that chakra to be clear so that you can clear the other chakras. So, um, feeling safety is rest is very helpful when it comes to that. Um, so some of the things that I can suggest to you to incorporate more rest or more balance in your life is definitely, those schedules. They help. I know some people are not schedule people, but they definitely help. But you can also start with like mini or micro rests, like taking little naps. Um, I think I just recently saw someone that I think it was Sheila Marie. She said she had interviewed a sleep therapist on her show, and the sleep therapist made mention of if you take a nap longer than like 20 minutes, then it's counterproductive. So those what they call them, power naps, are definitely helpful. If you I know me. Sometimes I'll take a nap and it's a minimum of an hour. And I'll wake up. I feel good. I don't know what she's talking about, but I have taken power naps less than 20 minutes and they make a huge difference. Even if it's not a nap, it can be just a moment of breath work, 5 minutes just to breathe intentionally. I showed y'all some breath work examples last week. Stretching, a little quick little yoga or just some stretching, getting up, walking around, stretching your body. Because we sit down a lot in front of these computers, in front of the TV. Get on up. And then if you're standing a lot, then you can lay across your bed or prop your feet up, elevate your feet on the couch or something. Also scheduling like a real downtime day where you're not only, putting your phone away, like turn that thing on do not disturb. I don't know if I shared this with y'all before. I probably did, but a couple of, it was actually probably like 2 years ago to the date. Me and my mom went to Miami and we made a vow to each other that we were going to be no screens, no scrolling during our time in Miami. So we had our phones on do not disturb. We were not talking to nobody. We weren't scrolling. We weren't doing none of that. Sorry, y'all, my allergies be cutting up as soon as I get on here. And there was one moment during that vacation where I looked at my phone. It had started storming real bad. And so we were in the room and it was like, boring. The lights were out. I was like, I guess it won't hurt to do a little scrolling. As soon as I opened my phone and started scrolling, I instantly felt a shift in my energy. I felt drained. I felt pulled. I felt depleted. And so that small example showed me that how powerful our screen time is and how these these platforms or whatever it is that we're looking at or consuming can literally affect our energy level and our life force. So putting your phone on do not disturb, taking a break, silent retreats. You don't have to go to a silent retreat to practice silence. Having your own at-home silent retreat is also helpful because talking requires a lot of energy. Listening requires a lot of energy. Literally just taking a step back and taking some moments to just listen to your inner thoughts, your intuition, your inner self source, and getting them downloads by tuning out and shutting all that down. Do not disturb on your phone, no TV, no talking to the people that are in your house, no talking out loud. I remember I was at a healing retreat and we did silence for like the first 2 hours of the day. And the first day I was fine not talking to nobody else. But I guess I'm just so used to, sometimes I grew up as an only child. So just like, you make certain comments and stuff. I had I was getting my breakfast or something and I said something out loud to myself and I'm like, ooh, shh. So I quickly figured out how to stop that out loud inner voice, keep it inside. 20 minutes can be good, but hard. Once I sit, I don't want to get up. Maybe you need to do 10. Maybe 20 minutes is too much. That'll get you too in the zone of rest. TikToks and YouTube shorts make me feel bad. I can only do a little. I haven't really ever scrolled on YouTube shorts, but I could see because y'all, a lot of you that come kick it with me here, y'all are on YouTube a lot because you're creators over here. So I could see that. But I have a habit of getting my TikTok scroll on at night. Like I'm not on TikTok during the day most times unless I'm creating something or posting something. But it's my little guilty pleasure to scroll on TikTok at night. But yeah, it can get you lost in the sauce for real. But also, setting boundaries is another way to kind of incorporate or invite more rest into your life. saying no to non-essential tasks. If you don't have to, don't do it. People calling you, can you? Here go one of my pet peeves when it comes to people asking you for things. Some of my family used to ask me questions like this. Do you want to, whatever the task is that they want me to do, do you want to come pick us up tomorrow before you go to work and take me to work? No, I don't. Will I? Maybe. But that just made me think of that. But just learning how to say no to non-essential tasks can help. And then again, having those days where you don't plan anything, you don't sign up for anything, you don't have to leave the house, you got all your essentials at the house, food, water, tissue, soap, you good. You just at home chilling. And maybe your chilling is catching up on your movies, watching a series, doing something that makes you feel relaxed, but you're enjoying a little bit of entertainment as well. And then of course, making your body feel rested, getting those massages, stretching, like I said before, taking walks. Sometimes it seems like it's not gonna have the effect that I'm saying as far as feeling restful, but it will. Like something about those walks. And I got to get back on my daily walks as well. They definitely make you feel, I don't know, it's like a sense of calm that comes with a nice walk. But yep, those are my tips and tools of more rest in your life. And then of course those schedules as well. You sometimes have to put in rest into your schedule if you're a person that's constantly a busybody or workaholic. Schedule it in. Schedule your downtime in. But anyway, y'all, let me tell y'all, let me see. I'm going to post, me and my cousin are challenging each other to vlog more. I used to vlog all the time. Definitely fell off of vlogging. Let me make sure I'm not. Okay. Fell off of vlogging. She vlogs sometimes, but not really. Like she posts mostly like on her stories and on Snap. So we're challenging each other to vlog more. She said 4 vlogs a week. Don't tell her I said this, but I don't know if I can commit to 4 vlogs a week. But what I can do is I'm going to bring back my weekend recap. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a couple years, you will see that I used to do a weekend recap. I will post a little preview on IG, and then I would do the full vlog here on YouTube on this channel. So after I get off the show today, I will be finishing edit. I already started the edit for the weekend recap, but just since y'all are my peeps here on this show, I'll tell y'all a little bit about what I did this weekend, and then you can watch the vlog later. Friday, I was out and about. I didn't get as much footage, but I was out and about looking for some cowgirl attire, some Western wear, because I was going to be going to my first trail ride this Saturday. And so I spent most of the day looking for, hat, boots, the outfit that I wanted to wear. Definitely was a total fail for the boots. Could not find any in my size or any that I liked. It was too late to order any. So I ended up just saying, forget it. I ain't gonna wear boots. And I'm glad I didn't wear them because I don't even like shoes like that. I like shoes, like fashion. But wearing shoes, I'm a barefoot girly. I'm a sandals girly. I'm a toe out shoe girly. So boots probably would have made me feel hot and bothered. But I did find a hat. And Friday, of course, got pedicures. So got all that done. Saturday, what do we do Saturday? Oh, I went to, so I told y'all my best friend's getting married this upcoming weekend. So this Saturday was his bridal shower. So I attended that, and then I was supposed to go to my first travel ride with me and my homegirl, who we're having our event together next month. Well, I'll tell you more about in a minute. So we had everything that we needed. We had our outfits on. We were excited. We had all of our snacks and drinks and liquor and all the things that we wanted to partake in while we were out there. And we got to the trail ride, and the trail ride was getting shut down. So I didn't get to attend the first trail ride just yet, but I'm excited to attend some more this spring and summer. So we'll see. So we ended up detouring, changing up our plans, and we ended up going to a dance party. So I'll show you some of that in the weekend recap. That was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a young crowd, like 20s and early 30s, I think. I might have been the auntie in the building. Who knows? I think there might have been some late 30s in there. I don't know. But we had a good time. We danced the night away. I was hot. But I'm really enjoying places where people are actually dancing, because that's one of my pet peeves when it comes to going out. If we just gonna stand around and look at the people in the sections while the people in the sections look out, what are we doing? And then if we're just gonna stand there and look at the DJ, like, there's a dance floor, people are dancing. So I've really been enjoying going to places that people actually enjoy themselves, because I like to have me a good time too. Um, y'all know I don't really be outside like that, but I'm trying to do better. So I think I told y'all I went to a Caribbean spot a couple weeks ago, and they were dancing the night away. Had a good time there. So this one was like more of like a party. It wasn't a club. It was at a venue, but it was like this guy has these parties. So I'll be posting that in the vlog. And then yesterday, I slept most of the day yesterday because I was up all night having a good old time dancing and drinking tequila. And I'm not a big drinker either, so I definitely got my rest. Speaking of rest, yesterday, and then went to my cousin. She had made some plant-based pot roast. So I got some of that and brought it on in last night. So I wanted to do an unboxing live with y'all today. So I have been telling y'all that um I redesigned my guided journal, How to Beat Single. This is the original design that I did a few years ago when it was released. But like I said, I don't think people really fools with this design. It's kind of more masculine. And the journal is more geared towards women, although both men and women can benefit from the journal. So this is my first look at the redesign. I hope I like it, because I'm going to do this live. Please, Lord, let me like it. I didn't change everything. Okay. Here's the new design. How to Beat Single. I like it. And here's the back. Look in the inside. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. We got a new look. That's the new look of How to Beat Single. What y'all think? I'm reading the back as if I didn't write it. I'm trying to make sure they didn't do it, or I didn't do any typos. All right. I like it. So this will be updated on my website so that you can get the. I'll try to do that tonight. I'm gonna hold myself accountable and do that tonight. Um, it is already available on Amazon, but I want to make it as simple as possible by having it for y'all on the website. That's the new look. So it went from, I kept the most of the same things, the font and everything is the same. But it went from this to this. Oh, I didn't put my oh yes I did. I'm about to be like, I didn't put my website. I sure did though. And then this is the back. The difference between the original and the new one. So yeah, I'm feeling it. The new guided journal is available. So that was the first look. I also got to update it on all the platforms, so I'll be doing that soon. Just some updates. So again, this is the new look of the guided journal. I just did my first reaction look at it. It came in the other day, but I waited to unbox it with y'all. And speaking of books, for those who have heard my interview or my parts of my story on the Hopeless Romantic Society and have been encouraging me to write a book, I hear y'all. I'm working on it. I'm excited about it, and I've created a wait list. So if you are interested in knowing when the book drops, getting the behind the scenes previews and sneak peeks of the book, being a part of the process, even maybe I might even allow y'all to name some of the chapters or to kind of tell me what y'all want in detail. Because I can't write about everything in my life, but I want to make sure I include the things that y'all really want to know. The wait list is in my bio, or if you just want to type it in, it's www.oshacerese.com/book waitlist. Of course, it's linked in my bio. But yeah, join the wait list and I'll keep you updated at each and every part of the journey of this book writing extraordinaire. So that's definitely exciting. I wrote a little bit about some of my dating escapades in this guided journal, but of course not in detail like I'm going to be going into in the book. But let me just look how much of my business I told y'all in here. I told y'all quite a lot, honestly. Yeah, I told some stories in here. I told probably from my first boyfriend, and I talked about meeting my ex-husband. In my guided journal, it says, I didn't really have any boys I entertained until the second year of my junior. It's supposed to say second semester of my junior year. See, you be finding typos when you read your books. Y'all know what I mean, though. Second year of my junior year. I was living with my grandmother again, and she asked me to drive her new car to take her to the Dollar Tree for some trash bags and body wash. I was 16, and when I walked in, I met the all caps man who would eventually be my husband. He was 23. And then I say, I'm going to save the full details of this relationship for a future book that I promise will be made into a movie. I set the intentions then. I said, I'm so serious. Long story short, we were together for a few months. We broke up. He went to prison. We got back together. He got out. We moved in together, got married, then divorced. By the time we were fully divorced, I was around 24. I also talk about the relationship that I had after my ex-husband and I separated. I'm telling y'all a lot of my business in this guided journal, I'm gonna be honest. And I talked about some of the situationships that I was in Denver and in Atlanta. And it goes all the way up until pretty much the first year or two of my 30s. So I'm 36 now. So you get a little bit of juice in the guided journal, but you're going to get a lot of bit of juice, tea, water, everything in the book. So check out the guided journal if you want a little something to hold you over. Also, the Storytime series that I'm doing on YouTube on this channel. 5 episodes are out already, and there will be more episodes. These episodes are just about my ex-husband and my relationship, and like how we met, the beginnings of our relationship, how it led up to our marriage, some of the things that we went through. And I'm telling you a lot in the Storytime series, but again, it's not going to be as much that's going to be in the book, but it's definitely going to answer a lot of the questions that people had when they saw the interview, and it's going to give you some little juicy drama. So check that out. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you'll know when the new episodes of, it's called Bride and Groomed, Storytime series come out. So again, watch the Storytime series and get on the wait list for the book. What else did I want to talk to y'all about before I move forward to the topic? Oh, and make sure that y'all come out if you're in the Atlanta area and you're single. I want to see y'all at Cowboy Cupid. It's a it's gonna be a movie. It is a Western themed singles event that me and my friend Latrice lmonet444.com. She is the owner and creator of the original Cowboy Club, and we are teaming up to bring you a Western love affair, a Western themed singles event. We're going to be doing some intentional activities geared towards finding you love. We're going to have some speed dating, and we're going to do some line dancing. We're going to have some games. We're going to have a bomb playlist. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a movie. So make sure that you RSVP if you are in the Atlanta area and you are single and you want to come mingle and have a good time, learn some line dances, speed date, meet somebody, get you a bae, come shoot your shots. Okay? That's May 16th at Atlantucky. And we're super excited about it. Make sure you RSVP early because, space is limited, but we want to make sure that you get there if you want to come and participate. It's going to be so fun. Wear your Western wear, of course. And if you don't have any Western wear, then just pull up anyway. But if you got your boots and your fans and your hats and your vests and your jeans and your your shorts and your tassels and your fringes, and you want to put that ish on your what are them things called? The chaps. Put it on and come through May 16th. I can't wait to see y'all. What's happening, realist? Thank you for pulling up. So what you've missed so far, we talked about rest to regulate your nervous system in honor of National Stress Awareness Month. I unboxed the new guided journal. Told y'all I redesigned my guided journal. So this is the new look. I've looked at it for the first time with you guys. So that's the new look. It's available. I just read a little snippet out of it too. And I was talking about my weekend and why I have clips in my hair and upcoming events. But you're just in time for the topic of the evening. So we are going to be talking about your boy Kevin Gates and his controversial take on LeBron and Savannah James' relationship. Kevin Gates is always seemingly trolling. I don't know if he throwed off in real life, if it's just a publicity stunt, if he says things to garner attention because all publicity, bad publicity, all of it is good publicity to some people. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way he is. But he had his opinion that he wanted to share about um, LeBron and Savannah James. So let me see if I could just play it so I don't have to do the recap over it about it. Let's let Kevin Gates speak on it himself.
This how the conversation came up. We were just looking at like couples and people in the league, and we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah. Right. And then I was like, maybe I noticed, people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Right. But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play with him? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. They be dicked out. This how the conversation came up.
So he continues on by saying that when Savannah and LeBron do their special handshake, she kind of looks like she's irritated with him. So, okay, I don't know. Again, I don't know what Kevin Gates would be on, why that was the topic of conversation, who, if it was actually a topic of conversation, because he's saying that this is a back and forth dialogue between him and somebody else. I don't know. But I just think people have to stop assuming what's going on behind closed doors based on public perception and public moments. Like, what you see may not always be what it is. And that goes for the good and the bad. We talked about this last week, I believe it was, where sometimes people put certain celebrity couples on a pedestal thinking that they have the perfect relationship. And I've mentioned them so many times before, but I talked about Sierra and Russell and how, I'm rooting for them. And I think that they're a beautiful couple. And it seemingly does seem like they're doing well. But honestly, we don't know. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. So it can't just be like, oh, I would never say that a particular couple is my couple goals or I want to be in a relationship like them, because I don't know what type of relationship they're actually in. So to see Savannah seemingly not, what he say, dicked out by LeBron or whatever, in a trance or whatever type of look he feel like Savannah should be giving LeBron when she sees him, they could have the most beautiful, blissful relationship in the world. And her looking like that may not even be a reflection of how she feels about her husband. For one, she could be tired. She is a mother of three. She is doing her own endeavors. She has a podcast. I'm sure she has businesses. Her husband, which means she also, they're billionaires. So there's all type of things that come along with managing the house, businesses, the relationship, herself. So for her to show up being at all of her kids' games, being at all of her husband's games, interacting with her daughter, being present, making sure she looks good, it's a lot. So maybe she's not smiling in a trance every time. What does D Dizzy mean? Oh, I get it. Yeah, so I don't know. That could be it. We don't know. And they've been together for a long time. I did do my research on them. So they met in 2002, excuse me, while they were attending rival high schools in Akron, Ohio. LeBron was a 17-year-old junior at St. Vincent St. Mary High School, and Savannah was a 16-year-old sophomore at Butchell High School. Their first date was at Outback Steakhouse, and they quickly formed a strong bond. In '03, LeBron was mind you, they met in '02. In '03, LeBron was drafted into the NBA as the first overall pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Excuse me. In '04, they welcomed their first child, LeBron James Jr., aka Bronny. And '07, they welcomed their second boy, Bryce Maximus James. In 2011, LeBron proposed to Savannah on New Year's Eve during a party hosted by Dwayne Wade. And in 2013, they married in a private ceremony in San Diego. And 2014, their daughter Zuri Nova Jones was born. I didn't even realize that they just got married um, in 2013. But at that point, they had been together for 11 years. They were children when they met. So for her to stick with him through, you know, for 11 years, 2 children in, and then they got married, had another little baby, a baby girl. And as of 2025, they've been together for over 2 decades. That's a lot of history. That's a lot of ups and downs. That's a lot of things that we don't know nothing about. We don't know what goes on in their relationship. Some people were alluding to the fact that Kevin Gates may have been projecting his feelings onto Savannah and LeBron James situation, because all this time that we've known of a Kevin Gates, we've known him to be married to Drika Gates. He talks about Drika in almost all his albums, saying Drika fine ass. Everybody knows him to be attached to and with his wife, Drika Gates. And most recently, he's been popping out with Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner has been publicly changing her image from like video, I don't know, was she a video vixen or IG model or what her claim to fame was. I know that she's very outwardly promiscuous, and I ain't gonna say promiscuous, but just because she said that I forgot how many bodies she told Shannon Sharp she had, but she's just been like outwardly, what is the word I want to use to be politically correct? Let me just look up what her, I guess some type of, let's say, adult type of industry model or whatever. She was also publicly scrutinized, by me included, for having a baby by a really super young NBA player. And she's just been recently changing her image and popping out as a Muslim. Nobody knew why or what sparked it, what inspired her to become Muslim, until she started popping out with Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is a devout Muslim, and they've been together. They've been pretty friendly. So we don't know the situation with him and Drika. We don't know if they're still married, if they're separated, if they're poly. All we know is that Drika Gates is somewhere, speaking of rest and being centered, in honor of Stress Awareness Month, Drika Gates is on her farm in Mississippi with her children, raising them, raising animals, eating clean, building a business of holistic skincare products. She's in the marijuana industry. She's promoting self-pleasure and healing. And I know that image. I know that journey. The journey that she's on is releasing toxicity in all forms, whether that's relationships, the way you eat, the way you live, the way you think. She's rewiring something. So I don't know if her and Kevin Gates are completely done or not. I know that when she was talking about where it seemed like they had separated. She was in one of his recent music videos, maybe like within the last year and a half, 2 years. And, so people really didn't understand. She's also always been his manager, but I know I saw her in an interview where she was saying that she's totally detached from the music industry now. And she was self-taught as a music executive or a music a manager. She read about it. She got the book. She got the tools when they were together, and he was an upcoming rapper, and she figured out how to do that and helped him with his career. But just a little background on Kevin and Drika Gates. They met in '03 during their high school years in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They began dating shortly thereafter, and they had been together ever since. I don't know what they got going on now. But in 2015, after over a decade of dating, Kevin and Drika married on October 17th, 2015. So they have a similar relationship timeline than LeBron and Savannah James. They have 2 children together, a daughter named Isla and a son named Kaza. And Drika has been instrumental in Kevin's music career, like I said, co-founding the Breadwinners Association record label and managing various aspects of his business endeavors. As of 2025, they have been together, whether it's off and on or not, for over 20 years. There's definitely been public speculations that they've broken up or that they're no longer together, but they have not publicly confirmed. So we don't know if they're taking a break, if they're separated, if they're divorced, if they're poly, what they got going on. All we know is that we see Drika over there on the farm, healing, taking care of her kids, and minding her business and building her businesses. Um, Shout out to AKP. Thank you for pulling up. If you are not already subscribed, if y'all are watching on any other platform other than YouTube, come on over to YouTube. It's linked in my bio. This is where my show lives, the Osha Cerese Show, weeknight, late night pop-up show. Come on over here. Subscribe, turn your notifications on. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if he was projecting. Maybe because he did also say that a lot of people have been criticizing him for possibly not being with Drika and saying Drika is where you need to be, go home to your wife, all of those things. But he made a statement like, oh, y'all keep telling me where I need to go back to or whatever, but now I'm happy. My skin is glowing. Back then, he didn't specify that he was talking about Drika, but in so many words, he was like, back then I was depressed, I was on drugs, I was, losing weight or gaining weight or whatever he was saying, out of shape. So once again, it's another relationship that we look at and we think we know what's going on. We think we know what's best for somebody. We think we know who's compatible and who makes the greatest couple. But behind closed doors, we don't know what's going on. We know that when Kevin Gates got locked up and went to prison, Drika was out here representing him, keeping those business deals going, supporting him, making sure he came back home to his kids. It seemingly was set up for him to come back and them to be in love and blissful. But whatever happened between then and now, some things have changed. So we don't know. We do not know. So, yeah. So it's either he needs to just mind his business. Maybe he's projecting. I don't know. Or do you think that there's some validity in what he's saying? Because I've noticed sometimes when Savannah might look a little irritated or unmoved by LeBron, but I'm just assuming it's because that's her husband. She's been with him for over 20 years. It's not like you're gonna always be googly-eyed and drooling and smiling ear to ear when you see your spouse. You wake up with them, you're with them all the time. Y'all have 3 little mini versions of yourselves combined. A lot of your attention and time is going into that. But outside of that, I see a lot of respect that Savannah gives him. I noticed that like when she's walking through the stadium, oftentimes she'll hug, female fans or other women that they may know. But with male fans or men, she doesn't engage like that. So I'm assuming that's just out of respect for her husband. They rep each other all the time. He has nothing but wonderful things to say about her. She says wonderful things about him. So I don't know. Who knows? Like I said, she could just be tired. She's a whole woman, a wife and a mother, a businesswoman, public figure. She has to get styled, makeup, hair, clothes, all these things. And then for him to compare the way a groupie looks at him versus his wife is crazy work. Because of course the groupies are gonna be looking at him a certain way. They want something from him. But let me, y'all tell me what y'all think. But we just gonna wrap this. We gonna wrap this show on up, y'all. I gotta finish up some editing and things, but I am so glad that you tuned in. If you are in need of a life coach and you need someone to support you on your journey of healing, self-love, self-discovery, intentional dating, help you come up with a plan of action, help you to incorporate more rest into your life, as we talked about today, you can always go to my website, oshacerese.com, and look around. You'll find some things that you like, I guarantee you. Definitely have a couple of wonderful courses available to you. One Single Step at a Time is my 6-week healing course. It's all about healing, self-love, self-discovery. It comes with 6 weeks of coaching as well as a full guided program and your How to Beat Single guided journal. Now you can pick from one of the two. You can get this one that look like this, or you can get this one that look like that. So you can get your guided journal and do that program. You can always just order a guided journal on the website as well if you want to just do the work without the guidance and the coaching. Also, I have 5 Ways in 5 Days. That is a self-love program and it teaches you how to incorporate your love languages into your daily acts of self-love and self-care. It is self-paced, but it can be done in as little as 5 days, or you have up to 60 days to complete. It's up to you. And it does come with one free coaching session. If you just want a coaching session and you don't want to do the course, you don't want to follow that itinerary, you don't want to be in the modules doing the work in that way, and you do want to coach, you want to set your own time, set your own schedule, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever you want to do, you can just book a discovery call and we will set you on the schedule that best fits you. Also, if you just don't know where to start, maybe you want to do a course, but you don't know which one is best for you, you can book a discovery call. If you are a business owner, an influencer, a content creator, a creative, if you have some amazing ideas, if you have some gifts and you just don't know how to utilize them or monetize them, you want to show up on social media and you just don't know where to start, go ahead and book a strategy session. Those strategy sessions are going to get you together and allow you to show up on social media and make you some coins. We can get you a content schedule, content plan, um, get you set up with some ebooks or some type of digital product, e-course, whatever it is that you need personally. Maybe you just need a niche. Maybe you need a plan. Maybe you need some guidance on how to best show up, which platforms will work best for you. Book a strategy session and we'll get you together. What else we got? If you're single, intentional dater, hopeful romantic, and you're looking for love in 2025, make sure you're a part of the Intentional Love Collective. It is a growing community and database for singles, supporting you on your journey of love. And I invite you to certain events with your preferences, standards, and desires in mind. I have some amazing events coming up for the Intentional Love Collective. And the first one coming up, this one is open to everybody, so you can mix and mingle and figure out who you want to vibe with. Again, I was speaking about it earlier, but the Cowboy Cupid event is a Western love affair, Western themed singles event, May 16th in the Atlanta area. RSVP now. It is all these things that I'm talking about are either on my website or linked in my bio. It's easy for you. Push the button, the link in my bio, scroll up, and you'll see all the links that you need to everything that I'm talking about. You definitely want to RSVP early because space is limited. So I'm really excited about that event. And excuse me, if you would like to receive a weekly love letter from your girl, make sure you are subscribed to the love letter list as well. That's linked in the bio. So let me give y'all a few journaling prompts or whatever before we wrap this thing up. The first one is thumbs up, yes. The first one is, what is your relationship to rest, and how can you invite more of it into your life? What is your relationship with rest, and how can you invite more of it in your life? What moments make you feel most regulated and at peace? What moments make you feel most regulated and at peace? How do you define love in your relationships? And are you expecting it to always be performative? That is a journaling prompt related to the LeBron and Savannah James. Like, is it considered performative that she should have to be all the time? Or do you just, do you expect your spouse to always feel that way 100% of the time? Or if she's not feeling it, or he or she, to fake it because the public is watching? What does that look like for you? How do you define love in your relationships, and are you expecting it to always be performative? And I will leave that. I had another journaling prompt for y'all, but I'm gonna leave y'all with those three. And we will be back tomorrow. So y'all make sure you are subscribed. Again, visit the website if you haven't already checked out some of the content that I have on my YouTube channel. Oh, just an update too, because we set the intention to have 300 subscribers by May 1st, and we are 3 subscribers away. So we are 3 subscribers away from our goal of 300 for the month. So I think I'm gonna set a bigger intention next month. I'll talk to y'all about that when we get there, but when we get to our 300 goal. So I guess it won't be next month that I'll be setting the intention. It'll be whenever we hit 300, we're gonna set another intention. So that makes me feel good that the channel is growing slowly but steady. I have some more content for y'all that I just haven't published yet. It's a lot being a one-woman operation, so y'all bear with me. I'm gonna get this vlog edited tonight, so I don't know if y'all missed the early announcement that I said that I'm bringing back my weekend recap vlog. I got the story time series going on. There's 5 episodes out right now, and I've already planned out the next 15 episodes. I just have to record them and publish them. So stay tuned for that. Again, if you want to be on the wait list for when I release my book about my past marriage and the things that I went through during that time, what led up to it, and how I healed afterwards, you need to be on my book wait list. It is linked in my bio. Click the link, scroll down. It says book wait list or book release wait list or something like that. What else I got on YouTube? I got some interviews that I need to publish. I still got the Risa Tisa coaching response that I've recorded all of them, and they're all on there. They're just not published. So that's something that's coming soon to the main published pages, the main videos, and also Ready to Love. I took my notes for episode 5 and 6. I know they happened maybe about a month or so ago, but the next episodes after that are not coming back until June. So I'm still going to publish those. And just a note about that. I did my Ready to Love review for episodes 1 through 4 already. 2 of the cast members have found my reviews, and both of them said that I was on point with my assessments of them. So stop sleeping on your girl. I know what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to let y'all know that I am working, that things are coming, and I appreciate all the support. I appreciate y'all who are new subscribers, who are loyal subscribers. Please continue to like, share, comment, and talk about what you've learned or heard on my episodes, and give me feedback as well, as far as what I'm talking about. If there are some things that you want me to share that I haven't been talking about. And remember, you can always email me if you have a story or a letter you want to write me to unpack some things on the show. If you have some feedback or questions or concerns or whatever, hit me up, ashacerese@gmail.com. Also, if you want to be a guest on the show, I'm open to having guests. I do have 2 guests that are already planned out. Hopefully we can get them on the show this month, honey. Everybody busy. So if you want to be a guest on this show, the Osha Cerese Show, or you want to be a part of a panel of guests where we talk about relationships and bridging the gap between men and women on connections and conversations, email me that as well too. I'm gonna be doing some outreach to people that I want a part of the show soon when I'm get some other things off my list. But hit me up. I respond and we'll get you on the show. So thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode 58. Have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.